Hi, good evening. So I'm on my own. They're getting up to all sorts next door. They're getting ready for bingo tonight. I know you're going to join us and play bingo, aren't you, for an hour, which is going to be hilarious. Might be chaos, probably, but it'll be a lot of fun. So, if you wonder what on earth I'm talking about, what's all this bingo thing, Mel? Well, tonight, it's not a show like this, so there's no product on the counter. The only thing on the counter are prizes. And we've got some crackers, I have to say. We've got some from Debbie Moore, we've got some from us, we've got some from Jamie Rogers. So we've got some really good prizes as well. It's going to be a lot of fun. So if you go to highlightcrafts.com/bingo, you can download your bingo card and the questions. So there's going to be 2 rounds. So you download it and it's got 16 squares on it. And then you've got 16 questions where the answers are numbered. So for example, how many rooms do you have in your house? So if you've got 7, in box 1, you'll write number 7. And then they're going to draw the balls. So this is hilarious. So they've got bingo balls up to 75, but they need them up to 99. So we've had to go get the tiny polystyrene balls that David dropped on the floor the other day. And Amanda's had to make up the rest of the numbers, which is hilarious. Although I have to say, better than Doncaster a couple of years ago, where we decided to do bingo with 200 and odd people in the room, and Stephanie had only bought half the numbers. So we kept drawing out these numbers and nobody had them. It was very funny. So anyway, you're going to fill in that, and then you can fill in the second one. And then when you get a line, you'll have a code to type in. Then you're going to take a picture of your card, send it to us. We can verify it, and then you'll win a prize. It's going to be a lot of fun. It really is going to be a lot of fun, and they're all getting ready for it next door. It's going to be hilarious. Anyway, this hour, I've got a new toy. I've got a new gadget. I'm very excited. We've got our thermal label maker back in stock. It's blinking brilliant, and it works with an app that's free, and you can edit it all. It's absolutely fabulous. We've also got this one, which I'm going to get for Alice for part of a birthday present. This is the embossing one, which is really, really cool. So you're going to get one. We've got that for you as well on the show. And then we've got some storage solutions and some fantastic deals on wallets, etc., etc. So let's start at the beginning, shall we? First of all, let me tell you where you can watch us and how to shop. So here at Highlight Crafts, we do what we call live shopping. And we're live Monday to Friday from 8 o'clock in the morning till 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Monday to Thursday, we also do 6 o'clock till 7 o'clock. And we are going to be starting to drop in a couple of shows during the week from 7 till 8, but on the liveshopping.vip website. And we'll talk to you more about that as we go along that journey. But we are going to be adding some extra hours in, which is really cool. Linda Chapman's going to be in the building tomorrow with the Crafty Witches. She's bringing you some Pollyanna Pickering artwork, which is going to be fabulous. Her and Ian have been in today, so it's been lovely to see them. I haven't seen Linda for, well, probably 2 or 3 years. So it's been lovely to catch up. And then also on a Saturday, we used to do 8, 9 and 10. We're now going 8 till 1. So you've got 2 extra hours on a Saturday morning with us as well, which is super cool. And it's really, really easy to watch us, and it's even easier to shop. So you can watch us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and on our website, which is highlightcrafts.com. If you're going to shop with us on either Facebook or Instagram, we're going to show you a product, and that product will have a code. And all you need to do is type shop and then that code into the comments underneath the video. So it's super, super easy for you to shop with us. That's going to pop those items into a basket for you. And then what we're going to do is send you a message to your inbox, to your messenger box. And in that message, there is a link. Click the link. That's going to take you to checkout. So it's going to take you to highlightcrafts.com where you're going to log into your account. And it's super important that you're logging in. Because once you log in, once you've opened an account and you're logging in, before you check out, you get your club discount. So you get extra money off, extra discount off. You get loyalty points for every £1 that you spend. And on a basket spend over £35, you get free shipping. So it's really easy. And the best thing about it is you don't need to go away to shop anywhere else. You can literally shop while you watch. If you're going to shop with us on highlightcrafts.com, that's easy to do as well. So you just go onto the website, click on Watch Live. All the items in that show will open up down the right-hand side of your screen, and all you need to do is select the ones that you wish to purchase and pop them into a basket. That's going to appear at the top of your screen in the form of a little red shopping bag. All your goodies are inside there. So when you're ready to go through that login and checkout process, click on that and that will take you through that process, I guess. There's no other word for it really, is there? So it's super, super easy. Now, the other thing that you can do is shop ahead. I know a lot of you do it during the night, don't you? Shop ahead. It makes me smile that, because I would do exactly the same thing. So if you go onto highlightcrafts.com, onto the homepage, there's a banner there that says shop today's deals. You can click on that and that will take you through all the deals in all the shows for that day. So you can build one basket if that's what you want to do. Just remember to check those baskets out, because if you don't, someone can come along and pinch it out your basket. We don't want that, do we? Right, shall we start up here? Because this is fab. Now we've got two different options. So a label maker is something I remember from being a little girl, having a label maker, and I absolutely loved it. And even now I have one of these, and if you go out into my craft room now, it's got all the rainbow towers across, and every one of them is itemized with a little tape that's come from something very, very similar to this. So this is the one that will emboss. Now I'll tell you why I love these kind of things. For me, sentiment stamps are a proper pain, because you've got to buy loads of them, haven't you, for all different occasions, and then you still struggle to find what you really, really want to say. Doing this is brilliant, and you've probably noticed in the industry over the last couple of years, there's been this onset of these little stickers with little sentiments on that you can just put here and there, whether it's in an art journal, whether it's on your storage jars, whatever it is, or a little planner, things like that, in your diary, little reminders. And all these stickers have come out. Well, this will do exactly the same thing for you, but you can say what you want to say. And I love that. So this is really super simple to use. So let me talk to you about the deal, first of all. So in the box, you're going to get your label maker, and it will have a roll of tape inside it. Now you're also going to, well, maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. I need to check that. It does come with these tapes though. So it comes with all of these different coloured tapes inside the box. So you've got a black, you've got like a rose pink, you've got a emerald green, I'm going to say, or a jade green, you've got another black, and you've got that one which is like a petroleum. That's a really lovely colour. So you're getting those included in the box itself. But then you're going to choose between this with the neons or this with the neutrals. That's your choice that you're going to make. So do you want, it's the same one of these, do you want it with those and the neons, or with those and the neutrals? So let me talk you through the colours and then you can see what you're getting. So you've got your neon pink. So if you're going to use it like a highlighter, this is probably the one. This is the one I would get Alice, because I'm going to get her one for her birthday. I was giving her money and now I'm buying her the tote and I'm buying her this. I'm like, I know, I'm terrible. So you've got the fluorescent pink. You've also got your fluorescent orange, and you've got your green in there. But then you're also going to get your black. You're then going to get like a dark navy. It's a lovely colour. And then you're also going to get your gold in there as well. So that one with your label maker is Shop Neon. It's $37.98. So you're getting your 6 rolls of extra and your 5 rolls with it and your tool itself. Super, super easy. I mean, it's just a doddle to use. It really is really easy. So to use it, if I just do, I don't know, let's do craft. So we're going to start with the letter C, and you just click it, and then you just move it round. It really is this easy to do. And then you do the R, and then you go back to the A, and then you scroll round to the F, F, and then we go right round to the T. So it's super easy, like that. And then here, you've got a little area that looks different to the rest of it, and it's got a tiny, tiny pair of scissors on there. You also have a space in here. You have an @ so if you wanted to do your website, you could do that. And then your scissors will just cut it off. And then what it does, this is brilliant, look at this, it leaves you with that little piece at the end that you can then just peel back. Not when you've got stupid nails on, you can't, like that. Peel it back, and there's your little sticker, look. But it's also embossed on the back. 40%, good grief, of neutral is already allocated. Look how cool that is. Now, I love stuff like this, and I spent a while the other week working out how to do it on my scan and cut so we could do it with a pen. But this is fabulous, and I love it because if you just look what Amanda's done here, really simple cards, but just adding a little sentiment on. We'll pop some on some of these in a bit. But look how lovely, just because. Good, aren't they? And then you've got hello. And sentiment stamps are, I nearly said a bad word then, are a divil to get right, because when you use it, even if you're using a stamp platform, you've got to get just the right amount of pressure, especially on a smaller sentiment, because otherwise it squishes the letters and then it looks like a 2-year-old's done it, to be quite frank with you. If you do it really gently, you don't always get that good impression. I think this is a game changer for your sentiments, and also for things like your mixed media canvases, because you can have words like joy, love, create, art, all of those different things just here and there. Or what's really lovely is to split a sentiment. So it might say best wishes on your special day, and you can have it right the way through your project. It's really cool. So your neutrals, you're going to get this lovely green. It's like an olive green, isn't it? Isn't that beautiful? Love that colour. Pistachio, that's what it reminds me of. You've got that lovely summer yellow in there. You've got a neutral, so like a creamy white. You've got a black. You've got that lovely gold, or bronze even, I would say that probably, rather than gold. And then you've got your silver in there as well. So shop neutral will get you all of those, plus the tool itself, okay? $37.98. This one, shop neon, is going to get you tool, those, and those, $37.98. Right, now then, next one. This is cool. This is really cool. So this is a thermal printer. So instead of you pressing it and embossing it, it prints it. We use this heat, and it transfers that onto the tape itself. Comes with, in the box, comes with the charger. So all you need is a plug. And then it comes with your instruction manual. Now this works via an app. So if you type into your Google Play or App Store, or scan that to download the app, this is what you're searching for. Catasymbol. Upside down and back to front. Catasymbol. Now this, honestly, new toy. Well happy with this. Now then, let me give you the details. Shop thermal, $29.99. I know, right? It's brilliant. So I'll show you briefly around the app, and then we'll come back to it in a little while. So I just downloaded it from the App Store. And this is what it comes up like. So this is fabulous because you've got quick instructions. So if you click on instructions, it gives you all the different videos that you could possibly need. Look at this lot. So you don't need to think, oh, I don't know how to do it. I literally said to Amanda, where's the thermal printer? She handed it me. I came in here, set this app up. So I just went on the App Store, searched it, opened it, started working with it. It's really easy to use. But you can also edit in here as well. So if I scroll down here, you can just make a label with what you want on it. But if I come down here and click on Home, there's loads of pre-done ones that you can edit, which is really cool. This, at that price, is absolutely fabulous. So if I wanted to do that, I can click on that one. You get this fancy little thing appear, and you can edit it. So you can make it bigger, you can take it out, you can change it, you can change the font. Look at all the different fonts that you've got in here. This one, honestly, brilliant. I love them both. But this one, I'm going to get this one for Alice, and I'm going to treat myself to that one because I think this is brilliant, and I don't need to buy any more sentiment stamps. You can align it so you can position it. You can delete it, copy it, enlarge it, reduce it. There's loads of different things that you can do with it, and you can save it or not save it. So you can also name it. So things like this, I mean, it's just brilliant. But again, all these different things that you can then change, which is fab. So it gives you a layout. Then you've got things for the office. So it's got all sorts of different ones in here. Sales data, all this kind of thing. Maybe you started your home office, you started working from home during lockdown, and you've never gone back into the office. This is brilliant. Cultural education. Got all sorts going on here. Look, date of birth, then the date, and the name. It's got dog paws on, but you can change that. It's really cool. I'm going to show you a lot more of this when we get into a demo with it. But you've got home office, cultural education, you've got journal in here. So to-do list, you might want it to say things to achieve, that kind of thing, weight loss target, whatever it is, you've got now the ability to create a label for it. It's super, super, super cool. You've got slogans in here. I've never heard that one before, have you? Have you ever heard of that one before? You cannot step twice into the same river. Right? But you can change it, look, so you can edit it. So you can change that to something completely different. Change the text, you can put the date in, you can print a photo, you can do your barcode, you've got different frames in here, so if you wanted to change the frame to that, you can do, and it's all literally with this free app that you just download. It's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I love it. I think it's really, really, really clever. And then you've got all sorts of different things that you can play around with as well. But you can also create your own. So if you just wanted literally to do a label, just press new label, double click, type your text in, select your font, job done. It's great, isn't it? I love this. I think it's super, super cool. Please don't be scared that it's an app, right? If you're technologically challenged, like I am, very much. It's honestly super easy, and just press the buttons and see what they do. So Shop Thermal is going to get you this with the tape in and your instruction manual and your charger. Shop Thermal, $29.99. That's a deal, that, isn't it? Then you get your club discount, then you'll get your points back. Add in something else from the show, get that basket to over £35 and you don't pay postage either. Right, I want to talk to you about a deal that we've got on at the moment with this tote, because this is brilliant. So, let me take all this lot out to start with and I can talk you around this tote, because this is fabulous. We've got some great storage bits and bobs on here as well. Right, so you've got your Craftmaster tote bag. We all have these. I have one for my foil pens. I have one for my metal leaf and my melt brushes. I have another one for my paints. I have another one for paint pouring. I have a tote for every craft. So I can literally pick it up and go, which is brilliant. So you're going to get this fantastic Craftmaster tote. I love the fact that it's been really well made. So every single seam around here, there's piping on it. And it's top stitched, so it's got that really strong finish to it. Inside here, all the pockets are lined with almost like a vinyl lining. I'm not going to say it's waterproof, but if it got wet, you could wipe it clean, basically. If you had a spillage, you could wipe it clean. You've then got your elastic on here, and you've also got your pockets on the side. Now, I love a tote with elastic because pencils, pens, rulers, paintbrushes all end up sliding sideways, don't they? And they all end up in the bottom of your tote and you can't get to them. Anything like sharp, like your craft knife, pokey tools, put it down with the lid facing down, with the sharp facing down, and then maybe you're going to label it so you know which is which. It's brilliant, isn't it? Then you've got all that open space inside. You've even got a little hanger on there that you can put your keys on if you want to. So you've got something on there that you can attach, or a bag charm, whichever you prefer. And then you've got exactly the same at the other side. Normally $24.99, okay? Then you're going to get 6 of these card kits. Now, these are going to be brilliant with the kids. They're going to be brilliant if you've got a craft group, if you've got an after-school group. We had a lady who was buying them. She was going to keep the tote and the other contents and give these away, so you can have something to play with. But actually in here, you get quite a lot. So in each one, you're going to get 6 cards, 6 envelopes, and then you're going to get 6 of these little packs. So some of them will have pieces of little card pieces in to mat and layer, because they've done that bit for you. Some will have the paper flowers. Some have got the fabric flowers. You've got the little leaves in there with the sequins. 10% of the tote is now allocated and in people's baskets. You've got all of these. Now, they're all romance themed. So roses, bows, and little hearts in there as well. So super cool. So you're going to get all 6 of those. I know, mad days. Wait to hear the price. We have people buying half a dozen of these, and I'm not surprised at this price. So you're going to get all 6 of those, as well as your tote. Then, just because we can, we're going to add in some watercolour paint. You'll have seen Stephanie using these on a regular basis. Nice little palettes. And when you've used them, you've got a nice tin to store them in. So you're going to get those as well. But this is the thing for me. This is what made me just go, right, instantly I'm having that. Because these are fabulous. Now, these are your watercolour pens, all right? So, your brush pens. And they're not, when you look at them, you're like, okay, this looks quite good for the price. I'm like, yeah, it is, look how fine that nib is. These, on the back of your vellum, if you've got your embossing starter kit for the scan and cut, will be fabulous. But I'll tell you why I love these. So sometimes when you're learning to watercolour, paints can be a bit scary, can't they? And it's like, yeah, that's a brush, that's not what I'm used to. These are really cool. So you go for a pencil then, don't you? Put your pencil in and then you wash it out with a water brush, but you get those lines with the pencil, and that's annoying. And then you blame yourself. This is brilliant because you could scribble some of this on a messy mat, pick it up with the water brush that comes with it, and literally just use it like a pencil. It's brilliant. They're absolutely fabulous. Now I'm going to tell you a little thing. I have the Kuretake Clean Colour ones of these. They cost me over £70 for that set. They're expensive. These are just as good. So you're going to get 20 colours plus the water brush. I'll tell you how impressed I am with this. The water brush has a valve in it. 20% of the tote is now allocated. Now, when you're unscrewing a water brush, you unscrew it in the opposite direction to normal. And the reason to do that is because when you're painting, if you put pressure on it like that, it can unscrew and the water can come out. But it's got a valve in it, and it's really important that you buy a water brush with a valve in because that controls the flow of the actual water itself. So you're getting all of those included as well. Right, are you ready? Shop tote, $14.99. I know, I nearly fell off my chair yesterday when Stephanie told me about this. I'm like, what are you doing? She's like, I wanted a deal for our lovely friends at home. 25% of it is now allocated and in people's baskets. I tell you, this is not hanging around. Now, we didn't have a lot. We had a lot yesterday. We've got nowhere near the same amount. What percentage are we up to, Lewis? Can you tell? Of the starting stock of the, what? Stock update. How many have we got left?
We've got about 9.
Okay, right, you need to be quick because this is like super limited now. So, 8. $24.99. We've taken £10 off your tote. And then we're giving you 20 brush pens with the water brush. We're going to give you 6 of the card kits in there. Well, I'll tell you something now. So I popped into the range over the weekend. They've got little packets like this, 50p. You're getting 36. Let's forget the little card ones. You're getting 18. That's £9 of the value right there. So let's say £9. Then you've got your cards and envelopes. So let's say that's worth £12 and the rest. And then you're also going to get this. So for minus £10, you're getting your tote, your paints, your card kits, and your brushes and your water brush. That is phenomenal value for money. Don't miss out on this. Brilliant for gifts. Maybe you're going to give these to a craft club or to your friend or whoever, somebody you want to get into craft and keep the tote. But that,
I've got a couple left.
2 left. You need to be quick. Right, while we're here, I'm going to talk to you about this new card. Now, this is a difficult one because it's not easy to see the texture. Well, it's not a texture, it's a finish. So let's see if the light's any better in here than it is in the other studio. This is there's only one way I can, well, there's a couple of ways I can describe this. One's quite nice and one's really not, but it does give you the idea. So if you imagine you've got a plaster in at home and it's plastered all the wall for you, and then he polishes it with the trowel, you get this, you get certain areas that look polished, slightly shiny, and then certain areas that don't. That's what this card is like. It's called stucco, and it's blinking lovely. It's 300 GSM. It cuts beautifully on your scan and cut. Now, this is not nice at all, but the only other way I can describe it, I hate this analogy, but it's the best way to describe it. You know when you've had a slug and it leaves that trail and it's got that slight shimmer to it? That's what it's like, but not everywhere. I can't think of another way of describing it. Becky's looking at me like I've gone. Honestly, I can't think of another way. Can you see that texture, Becky? Well, it's not texture, it's a finish. It's very slight. You can see it in real life, but not in camera. You need to get it home and have a look. Can you there?
Yeah.
Yeah? That's what you're getting. It's fabulous. So card bases, absolutely, it's strong enough for that. Die cutting, perfect. Scan and cut, amazing. Construction, so if you're building things like not your 3D projects where we would have used grey board, but your 3D projects from Cutting Craftorium, this is going to be fabulous. If you bought any of the card batches, the templates that Amanda's been bringing you with the shaped cards, it'll be brilliant for that because it's strong enough to hold its own. So in the box, you're going to get 30 A5. Remember, this is a speciality cardstock, so it's more expensive than the ones that we've brought you before, but we've held the price where it was originally. You're going to get 60 A4. This is the bit for me. You're going to get 30 12 by 12s. Now, if I was going into, let's say, a craft shop where I used to work, you would be looking at the best part of £1 a sheet for that quality and that weight. And you've got 30 of them in there in 12 by 12. And then you've also got 30 in your A3. And the best thing about A3, you can make an 8 by 8 card blank. And if you're thinking, well, I don't want 12 by 12 Mel, I don't do scrapbooking, I scan and cut, you go and get a piece of A4 card and see how many 6 by 6 cards you can cut out of it. You can't. 6 by 6 card fronts, you'd get 1. 6 by 6 out of a 12 by 12, you get 2 card blanks or 4 fronts. So it's not about what you do with it, it's about or the size of the card or the shape of the card, it's about what you can achieve with that. So all of that, over 4 kilograms of this beautiful cardstock. I mean, it is just delightful. Shop Posh, $29.99. Deal, right? Right, let's have a look at the rest of this counter and then we'll have another look at that thermal printer because I've fallen in love with this. I've got a new toy. And you know what I'm like, if it wasn't, I'd be like, no, I'm not doing that. Let somebody else do it. I don't want to do that. It's fab. I love it. I'm absolutely having one of these. Handmade by on the back of your cards, if that's something that you do. But this is a great way just to label stuff. Then you know where everything is. In our house, well, you know when you used to get like all your cleaning products and things like that and shampoos and it all comes in plastic bottles. We've got a guy who's opened up at the farm shop near us. He's opened up this little shop and he has these big vats of shampoo, conditioner, washing liquid, detergent, washing up liquid, all kind of things, and you can take your own glass bottles down and fill them. And that's exactly what we're doing. We're trying to get rid of as many plastic bottles as we possibly can. And you just take them down and refill them, and I'm going to get the label. I'm going to label them all because I think that is brilliant. But for me, as a crafter that's struggled with sentiment stamps for years, either finding the ones that I want or getting a really good impression with them, because you've either got to be really light, and then trying to emboss on them is just a pain in the neck. This little gadget, I think, is fabulous. And you can download the app from the App Store. It's super easy to do. You just link it via Bluetooth. It's brilliant. Honestly, treat yourself. It's fab. Right, let's talk about these jars because we've done a lot of things today, but this is one of them. So normally these are $17.99 for 4. So I have got a Sospeso Trasparente show tomorrow morning by myself. Get up to all sorts of cases in that, can't I? And we have dropped the price massively of the film and the glue bundle, which means that you can then take any of your florals that you found in Minecraft Studio, create a whole A4 page of them, print them off on rice paper, make sure it is rice paper, and then attach them to the film. I'm going to show you tomorrow morning. We'll do a full demo on it. And then you can use them on these. Now, these look amazing. Obviously, as storage jars, they're going to be great. So cereal, pasta, things like that. Brilliant, right? But you can take the lid off here, spray on the inside with mirror spray. Use your Mixi-on glue on the outside with a paintbrush or a piece of sponge, foil on the outside, and then add your Sospeso flowers on top of them. Normally $17.99 with an £11.97 saving. We've dropped the price and we brought it down to $14.99 for all 4. So if that makes it more appealing for you, now's your time to get them. Now, even on the cork with the Mixi-on glue, I foiled the lid. So you can absolutely do that. I love these jars. I think they're really stylish. They're clean, they're crisp. Label them if that's what you want to do. Shop jar £14.99, which means you've now got a £14.97 saving. So now they're half price. It's time to get it. 60% of neutral with this, our little clicker one. Love this. It's super easy, isn't it? You know, you don't need well, I guess you do need batteries. Let's have a look. Oh, your tape just goes in there, love. Look, so you just, the roll just drops in there, feed it into there, and then it goes through. I wonder if it doesn't take batteries, does it? No batteries required. Thanks, Becky. Yeah, there you are. That's the kind of day I've had. Look at that. No batteries required. Right on the side of the box. It's a good job I'm not doing bingo. Anything could be coming out, I tell you. But isn't that cool? I love it. And mine, I need batteries. And it's a big clunky thing. And I'm like, flipping heck, got to go and get some more batteries. This, I think, is brilliant. 3/8 of an inch is the tape on this. So if you want this one, they both come with, well, it comes with this. So you get all of these tapes included, okay? So all of these colours are included. And then you choose between neon, which gives you a black, a dark navy and a gold, and then a pink, orange and green. This is the one that I'm going to get for Alice because she'll love those colours. She'll be labelling everybody. I can imagine it. The house will be chaos. And then if you want the neutral, you're going to get the tulle, and you're going to get all those 5 colours, and then you're going to get like that olive green, pistachio green. You've got that lovely lemon. You've got like a creamy white. You've got a black, a gold, and a silver in there. Doesn't matter. Shop neon or shop neutral, $37.98. It's good, that, isn't it? 10% of the thermal one is now allocated, and well, this is brilliant. Right, let me get down this counter because we've got some deals, and then I'll come back to this. Right, if you want some storage containers, so there's 3 in here. We've bought you these quite a few times now. Shop storage, $9.99. So I wonder if, here we go. I wonder what would happen if, this is when I get in trouble. When those words come out of my mouth. Go on, please fit in there. Oh, not quite. Okay, but you could store your tapes in there. So, for your tapes, brilliant. Maybe you're going to have an afternoon where you just sit there and do all your different sentiments. You can keep them in there as well. So you're going to get your 3 boxes in there, really nicely made as well. They've got that extra support on the bottom, so you can put quite heavy things in there. Because these in the sheds for nuts and bolts and screws and all that kind of stuff. Loads of stuff that you need. Shop storage, $9.99. If you want the larger version, now your tool will fit in that. That'd be a cracking one. Shop triple, $15.99. Don't know about you, but I am sick of losing lids. Every time I go home, I've got loads of back bases and no lids. How does that happen? I don't know. Anyway, rant over. Right, next, we have got our stone resin tumblers now. I love these. I think these are really elegant. They've almost got like the stucco cardstock, but a little bit shiny. Can you see there how the varnish isn't complete around? It's almost got this texture to it. That's what your stucco card looks like, right, Becky? Isn't it? Look at that. That's a good idea. Look, I can show you that. Now, these, look at those, should be €4 each. Okay? You're getting 6 of them. Now, I'll tell you what I've used mine for, candles. So when I go home and on a weekend, I always like having candles burning in the house. It's my thing. But sometimes I go to bed late and I just want it on for a couple of hours. If you light a large jar candle, it can take 2 to 3 hours to burn right the way across so that it burns evenly and it doesn't tunnel. These are brilliant. So I got some, I'm a bit naughty, well, I'm not naughty, I'm just getting the most out of my product. So I like the big jar candles, the Yankee candles, that's it, that's out there. But there's always about that much wax left in the bottom, and they're not cheap. So that much wax has a price attached to it. So I put them in the sink, put hot water out the tap in, it gets under the wax and it lifts it and it floats to the top. Take it out, melt it down in my Pyrex jug in the microwave, and then I put them into here. And it comes to probably about 3/4 of the way up. So I've got the wick kit, put that in, mix it in with some of your soy wax as well, and then put them in here because it's not as wide, it doesn't take as long to burn across. So if I just want a candle lit at night, if I've been out or coming back and I just want a candle for a couple of hours, these are what I would use. Also really nice, I think, for toothbrushes in your bathroom. I think they're really stylish, and because they're neutral, they'll go with any decor. Now, we've got them on a deal for you, 6 of them for $9.99. That's crazy. So if you get your discount off that, let's say it comes down to £9, it's £1.50. That's mad for that quality. And they're lovely, they're a resin. They're really, really nice. Shopstone, £9.99. Right, now then, we've done another thing. So we've got this for you. Now, this is your storage, whether it's for your die cuts, whether it's for stamps, whether it's for stencils, whatever you choose to use this for. This is a really clever way of storing things, even if it's scraps of vinyl, scraps of paper, whatever it is. These pockets are open from the middle. So if you're folding, going over it in a binder, there's nothing worse, is there? Because you flip them over and everything comes sliding out. This is a great one. So you've got all of these. I'll tell you something else. Way, way, way back when, there was a company that bought out clear bags, like handbags. And they had pockets all the way around them, and you could do your art and put it in the pocket. So you were displaying your art as you were carrying your handbag. That was the idea. And it was very much like this. So if you make and sell and you take pictures of your cards, you can put them in these and have a whole binder that people can flick through. Now, normally we do 40 of them for £6.99. Just for this show, while stocks last, because we haven't got a lot, it's buy one, get one free. So you're getting 80 for £6.99. That's mad. Right, shop wallet,
They will appear at checkout, the extra.
Your extra ones will appear at checkout. So put one in, and then the extra one appears at checkout. There you go. Thank you, Lewis. That's important information. Lovely. Right, so if you want those, that's a brilliant deal, that. Absolutely fabulous. Right, pockets. Now then, I've banged on about this for a while, but I'm going to bang on about it for a bit longer because this is going to save you a small fortune. So in here, we've been bringing you the 250 pockets like this, haven't we? And some people have contacted us and said, it's just too many. I'm never going to get through them all because you're going to cut these in half anyway. So we're like, okay, let's do 50. So the way I would use these, and this is just me being me. So for example, today, when we'd done the scan and cut show, I had the card that I'd made. I had loads of cuts ready, and I know that download's going to be on a scan and cut show again. So I just pop them in all in one of these. I'm going to make a label it, and then get them all stored. So that's one way of using them. However, there was a product that hit the craft industry probably, I'm going to say about, 9 years ago, 8 to 9 years ago, called Cut Tidy. And the reason it came out was because you used to get these really intricate detailed dies, and you used to spend more time cleaning the die out than actually crafting. So Cut Tidy was brought out, and it's a piece of plastic that you can either put your card inside or your die inside. So if you put your card in, your die then went on the outside of it. And because it's plastic, it didn't cut through it just stretched it, but it gave it that extra shim with the card, and it kept your die clean. Now you can use it for that if you want to. But Cut Tidy was a game changer because it meant 2 or 3 things. First of all, if you've got a really difficult die, that extra shim, and because it's flexible, but not like card where it's got a structure to it, if you like, it went into all those curves and made it work. And you use it till it drops apart. But Cut Tidy was about £9.99, I think, for 5 A4 sheets. This does exactly the same job. So you're getting 50 of these, cut them in half, you've got 100, and keep it doubled up. So don't cut it this way, cut it that way, so you've got a double piece. That'll give you a deeper, you know, when you get that kind of emboss with the die, and it just goes in and it gives you that rounded finish, it makes it a little bit deeper with these. So cut them in half, you've got 100. So that would be 20 times 10, £200 worth. You'd have to pay £200 to get the equivalent of this in Cut Tidy. Now, I'm going to be really honest, it doesn't last quite as long as Cut Tidy, but it lasts long enough. This is what Amber's been using since she started with us, when she's doing all the die cutting for the boards, etc. Amanda uses it, David uses it, I use it, Stephanie uses it. Brilliant. Shop pocket, £8.99. That's a deal. Karen H.
She had an offer through for 4 sheets of Cut Tidy for £4.99.
Oh, well, that is a deal. With the A4 or A5? Still £1 a sheet though, right? Cut this in half, that's £100. Right, there you go, Karen H. Get yourself some of that. Right, next. Now then, I wanted these on the show because these are fab. I know we bring you our Craftmaster wallets, but these are brilliant. So, I'm going to do shop 30 first. So you've got these plastic wallets. They're heat sealed at the side, so that gives it that nice strength. But I like the fastening on these because you've got one that goes in and one that goes out. So the top one goes in to the slot at the top. She says, I really need to get my nails done because my nails are just getting in the way. Come on, Melanie, shape yourself, love. What are you doing? Open it up first. That one goes in there. I do like these. I think they're really clever. So that goes in there. Oh, gosh. Hands aren't working now. It's getting too late at night. Been here too long today. Anyway, they fasten really well when you can get them in. There you go. Look at that. That one. So that one goes in there. Go on. I'm not going to give up. It's going to drive me crazy now, this. Go on. In. Awkward little devil. Honestly. Why does it always do that live on air? I don't know. Right, and then that one can go in that way. Making this look really difficult, aren't I? There we go. So you've got your nice sealer there. Now then, when we cut out all our die cuts, they go in things like this. If you wanted to put holes in the side, I'm sure you could get a hole punch. Something like a crocodile would go through that. But actually, just for things like all your die cuts, all your bit of, you know, when you've done your heat transfer vinyl or your regular vinyl, you've got all your scraps left over, stickers, things like that. You know, all those bits and bobs that we have that we just want to store, these are going to be fabulous. Now, shop 30, it's going to get you 10 of that size, 10 of your DL, and 10 of your, I'm going to say, CE6 in there. So you're going to get 30 of them. Shop 30, the word 30, please, $14.99. Now then, so that's that one. Shop 20 is going to get you 10 of that larger size, and 10 of that size. Shop 20, $9.99. That's amazing value for money. Grab these while we've got them, because when they've gone, I don't know if we can get them back in or not. Right, let's have a look at this app, shall we? Let's go and design a label, I think.
25% on thermal.
Okay, 25% on thermal. Now, well done. You're getting a deal here. I love this. Right, now this is going to be quite difficult for me to hold it and show it at the same time. So I'll do my best, I promise. But honestly, this app is super, super, super intuitive. So just type in or scan the QR code on the side of the box when it arrives, kata symbol, and then it will ask you to link your Bluetooth. This needs to be switched on to connect to it, which is, now I can't remember which one is the one I'm using. This one, I think. So you'll get a little power button. So when it's charging, it'll be on red. When it's fully charged, it'll come on green. And then if you wanted to make a new label, so let's do a new label. So we're going to type in, double click, and that will tap that screen. And let's just do, I don't know, happy birthday. So happy, and then a space, and then birthday. Like that, okay? So then I can centralise it, I can make it bigger. Well, me and touchscreens aren't the best of friends. There we go. So you can make it wider, but then you can also change the font. So if you think, actually, I want that font, it changes it like that. I mean, it couldn't be easier, this, could it? And then if you go, right, actually, no, I want that font, please. It just changes it. I think it's blinking brilliant, this. Right, then we want to, so we can go back, we can do style, and we can do font. So you can have bold font, you can have an italic font, you can have it underlined, you can have a line through it, you can change the font size, which I think is really clever. And then if you go back, you can save it. So if you want to save it, you just type happy birthday, save, and it will save that for you. I'm not going to save that one. So let's do that again, 40% of it now. So we're going to double click this, we're going to do happy birthday again, and then a space and birthday, and then we're going to print it. It's that easy. So now this is the little button that you're going to press, this down one. So click that, and then when you scroll up, where do I get my thing from? Why have I got Gap birthday in there? What am I doing? Oh, good grief. You know when you've had a day, I think I need to go home. That's not going to happen, but I think I need to go home. Right, let's try again. Happy. See, it predicts it, doesn't it? That's the thing. Birthday. There we are. Right, down. Okay, so now you've got this. So you can change the font if you want to. So let's change the font to that one. And then we should have a print. There we go. So we just press print now. Printer E10, copies, print range, print. You don't need to do anything else. And look how tiny you can go. Obviously, you can go bigger, but look how small you can go. And how cool is that? Literally, press and print. It's fabulous, isn't it? I love that. I think it's really, really, really clever. So literally, you can go in and just do all these different things. So I don't want to save that one. So let's go into here, and let's go into journal. Where's my journal one gone? Oh, hello, lifestyle. Let's try that one. We've got lifestyle, so you can change all of these. So if you wanted, this is a good one for your medicine. Also, if you put it in the freezer, that's a good one. So you've got all of these. So if you wanted to take that one, for example, and change the text, you can literally click on that text and you can edit it. You can change the thing, you can change it, you can do all sorts of things, different alignment, all of those different amazing things that we can do with it. And I love it. I think it's really clever. You can also scroll across, so you can do lock it, rotate it, reduce it, enlarge it, copy it, delete it. So you've got loads of different options on here as well. I'm trying to find where we got the frames from. Let me find the frames. Where were you? I literally got handed this an hour before we came in. So I'm learning with you. Let's put it that way. But I must admit, I do like it. So let's go into slogan, for example. So if you wanted to print your Merry Christmases, that's a good one, isn't it? Wi-Fi name and Wi-Fi password. We need that in the studio. Remember to bring plenty of water. That's a good one to put on your computer screen, because if you're anything like me, I get to lunchtime and think, why do I feel a bit funny? It's usually because I'm dehydrated. So we're going to click on that one. Now here, you can start to play around with this. So if you wanted a different frame, you could have a different frame. If you didn't want a frame at all, you can press none. But let's say we wanted that one instead. We can do that. 70% of this now is allocated in people's baskets. If you run your own business, you can create barcodes. That is brilliant. So if you've done and a QR code. So if you've done a video and you're selling the product on the back of that video, you can put a QR code on, which is just amazing, isn't it? I love that. So we can do that. We can, what's the graph one do? Oh, these are a bit nice. Look at these. Oh, way up, here we go. Oh, nice, look at that. That's cool, right? Okay, so I've done that bit. I print it. Right, now then I need to work out how you make it bigger or smaller. I think that's what I need to do next. But like I say, I literally got this thrown at me like an hour ago. Right, so we've got that, copy print range. I wonder if I can make it bigger. Can I go back and make it bigger? Oh yeah, you can. Right, let's try that. Print. Print. It's small. I need to work out how to do that bit because I literally have just got it. But look how cool that is. Isn't that fab? I mean, it's only ever going to be the width of that anyway, isn't it? But I think it's brilliant. And do you know what? Something like that I would expect to be much more expensive. It's $29.99. If you only ever use it for your sentiments on your cards, I love it. And
like a few copies of them, they'd print like a tape.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Let's see if that. Oh, see, Becky's good, isn't she? Let's do that. Let's do 4.
I'm assuming so.
Well, that's what we're going to find out, aren't we?
Or
unless it
individually.
I don't know. Let's find out. Let's print. Look at you, Becky. Boom. Look at that. Oh, right. This just got better and better. If you want one of these, you need to pop it in your basket and check it out. Look at that. I love that. I think I love a gadget, but I love a gadget that's good. I'm not into fads and gimmicks and things like that, like me. Why do I need a scanner in a cutting machine? Yeah, that wasn't a gimmick, was it? But this, I think that's absolutely brilliant. On-off button, works in conjunction with the app, which is super, super easy. And anything like, I want to know how to make it bigger, etc., etc. And you go onto the home page. So when you first open up, don't want to save. This, right now it's limited stock, you need to be quick. When you go onto your home, you've got all of these different options as well. But there's also instruction. So you've got different videos, how to install the label paper, make your label, set length for continuous label. There you go. So you've got all of that in there. You've got questions and answers. So printer not connecting, all of the frequently asked questions, I guess. You've got your instruction. Excellent. Woo, woo! She's getting ready for bingo. Subtle as a brick, right? Subtle as a brick. This is your printer. So you select the E10. You can see there, you can disconnect it when you want to. There's even, look at this, $29.99. This is crazy to get this much content. E-chat. So if you've got them, you can leave a message and somebody will get back to you. How clever is that? $29.99. Shop thermal. Don't miss out on that one. It's a good one. Now, this one, no batteries, right? If you just want quick, simple, let's do with love. So we're going to turn this round. This has got the tape inside. You just press it and it embosses the letter into it. That's the nice thing about this. I mean, I'm not going to fit, but I'm going to get both because that's who I am. And one is going to go for Alice for her stuff, but I'm going to pinch it when I need to, like that. And then the other one I'm going to use, this one I think is brilliant. Right, so we're going to do that. Then we've got a space. So we're going to go to the space and press the space. And then we can do love. Super easy to navigate round. L, O, B, E. And then there's a scissor little thing there. Got the tiny pair of scissors right there. Click it off. Look at that. And do you know what? Even leaves you with that little bit of that little tab at the end that you can then just take that off. And there's your sentiment, job done. No messing about, finding the stamp, getting the stamp platform out, getting your embossing powder out. That, job done. Love it. I think it's absolutely fabulous. So whichever one you're going for, or whether you're going to really treat yourself and get both, I think that is absolutely cracking. Right, have we got any totes left, Lewis?
We have not. No, they're all out.
All gone.
Yep.
Totes gone. Right, we need to put another deal together for tomorrow. Question?
For
hang on. Right, go on. Question for the what?
can you use it on phone and laptop?
What do you mean? Can you use what?
App, I assume the app. Can you use it on phone, laptop?
Oh yes, absolutely. Yeah, Amanda put it on her phone. The reason I put this on because 6 o'clock, every company that I've ever subscribed to decides to send an email, and you'd have had bing, 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 bing going on my phone. So I put it on the tablet.
39. I don't know about laptops, maybe just phone and.
Oh no, it'll
tablet.
be sorry, phones, tablets, iPad, Google, Bluetooth. Yeah, as long as it's got Bluetooth. Yeah,
Something
then
you
yes.
can download the app onto.
Yes, absolutely. It's really good. Honestly, it's really good. Somebody just said she's running to the fridge, getting ready for bingo. Be good for labelling stuff in the fridge. Not putting it out there. And freezers. You know, when you do that batch cooking and you put it in the freezer and you forget how long you've had it in there. Yeah, I do that all the time. Yeah, brilliant. Right. You're going next door, if you haven't guessed. We're doing bingo next. So that is going to be a lot of fun. David and Stephanie, going to be absolute carnage. But the carnage actually is going to happen because I'm going to sit next to Hannah and wait for you all to get your pictures in so that we can verify you're a winner and then go in. It's going to be absolute chaos, but it's going to be hilarious and a lot of fun. So get your bingo cards at the ready. In about 1 minute, we're going to go into that studio, and for the first time ever, we're bringing you bingo on live shopping. No selling, no product, just loads of amazing, amazing prizes and a lot of fun and David's balls. Nothing else to say. See you on the other side. Bye.